Hey, I bet you didn't know that today I'm going to teach you the formula to producing speed. Hey, welcome to the channel today. Look, some of the things that you see me teach, you probably are watching my channel and you catch me teaching a segment or an element of the single plane swing. Came in the studio today because I want to talk to you about a concept that is so common sense that when you hear it today, you're going to say to yourself, why doesn't everybody teach this way? And it comes down to how the swing is taught, what is being taught, and why things are being taught the way they are. And one of the things that's so important about what we teach with the single plane swing and the way I teach it is I teach positions to be primary, and then sequence to be secondary, and then speed to be the outcome of those things. In other words, here's what most people are doing, and follow me along, and this is why I said it's going to be common sense. You probably ran to the range, you grabbed a golf club, and this may be when you started playing golf, and you started swinging away. You started swinging without knowing anything about positions and anything about mechanics or swing mechanics. And so what you were actually doing is trying to produce speed without anything really in place. And maybe you got frustrated, maybe it was hard, it's hard for everybody, and you didn't really figure it out. Now, maybe you kept playing golf long enough to kind of adjust some positions. You started making changes. Maybe you changed your grip. Maybe you took some lessons. I don't know your path. Everybody has their own path. But if you became semi-good at golf, you started adjusting what? Positions. You didn't just keep going. You started making changes in elements of the motion. But here's the bottom line here, is you learned it backwards because you started learning positions after you had tried to produce speed. This is why I believe golfers get frustrated with the game of golf, because if everybody learned through positions and then learned how to move those positions and then added speed as a outcome of the proper positions, people would get better at golf much, much faster. I can't name one other body-related mechanical sport where they teach speed first. You can't name one. And here's the thing. Think about learning how to dance. They don't teach you how to dance. They teach you the positions you must move your body into, right? Dance. If you're going to learn to play the piano, you don't play music. You learn to move your hands where the keys are, and the keys then start making music because the keys are played in the proper order, correct? So the golf swing is a proper order of positions, and when you get the proper order, you can accelerate them very fast. So I'm a position guy, and I'll continually be a position guy because I believe positions are primary to sequence, and then you produce speed. Let me go through the positions of the single plane swing and show you how this really works in the motion. Here I am at address. Yes, address position matters because it positions my lead arm into a ulnar deviated position. It creates what we call the rod, the extension of the lead arm, lines the club up, but it's creating a relationship of club to body. This relationship of club to body maintains itself as I turn. In other words, the club relationship to the body here is the same as the club relationship here relative to my torso. And you might say, well, Todd, that's rotation. But the club doesn't know that because it looks like rotation to the camera, but this club is staying in front of my body. And I go to the top. My arms are still in front of my body, are they not? My chest is turned, so my hands are in front of my body. In other words, that relationship is maintained. So be careful on what you get caught up in how you're analyzing things. Here's what really matters in a golf swing is that we put the club in a position that now we can stabilize and then continue to stabilize and rotate and then produce speed. What is the most important position of the swing is obviously impact. So everything we do in the swing, whether it's address to backswing to downswing, every single position I would teach you in the swing is to help you get to the most important moment of impact. Let's go through the downswing a little bit here. So I get to the backswing, and I'm leveraged. I stabilize. I basically move into the knee with the pelvis. Boom, I stabilize. Well, now, as I'm turning in the downswing, the upper body is following with lag. Look at the club lagging down in the downswing. And then, look at my upper body. It's tilted. Because of the tilt, look what happens to my lead arm. I can now rotate the lead arm to square the face. That's what's happening right at the bottom. Look at the face going from a toe up position to a square position. Look how little body movement I have in the swing. So this is what you see happening is stability of the body, side bent position, square the face, extend the arm. Notice how little of movement you have in this lead arm coming down, but it's all because I'm in position. Now I want to show you something about this. And this is where the magic really happens in the motion of the single plane swing. Because you would agree with me that the more consistently I get that face square, the straighter the ball flies. This is the reason Mo was such a great ball striker, the best that's ever lived, is because the way he positioned his body in a side bent position as he's coming down, what I just showed you. Now notice the position of the body, and Mo would talk about this position. This is the master move, or the key position right here, because all you're happening here is this is squaring. Now you're saying, well, okay, that makes a lot of sense. The back of the hand squares with the face, but it's reaching max range. In other words, that's as far as it can go. So in other words, how do you screw that up? If that's as far as it can go, you can't screw it up, right? Well, why is that as far as it can go? Because side bent has lifted the shoulder, rotation has isolated it, and now that's as far as the hand can go. So I'm going here, max range, here, max range. It's like if I was standing next to a wall. Now watch this. So that's because of side bend. If I come out of my side bend, look at my max range. See, the back of the hand's going to the ground. But now if I isolate this and tilt it, that's max range. It can only go towards the target. So now, back to my conversation, which I started earlier. See, you see how positions become very primary? Because the position of my body allows this to get into its isolated and this to get into its max range position. So that positions become primary to my ability to do this quickly, because now I can square the face as fast and as hard as I want because of the positions of my body. And now I get a square face and consistently hit the ball straight. I hope that helps you understand why positions are primary to sequence, which are primary to speed. You must get the positions nailed down first. That's what we do every day on my channel, is talk about your positions, because then you can accelerate the club, maximize your speed, and not lose your consistency. Hope that helps. Click the bell icon, give me a thumbs up. If you want more great single plane content, make sure you follow the channel and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video.